Okay, now we're at the Android, and the first thing that we're going to do is to over-the-air program our NeuroNode. So I'm going to turn on Bluetooth, and I power up my NeuroNode. This is a bit finicky. It's already finished its scan, so I'm going to ask it to scan again. There's my NeuroNode. It's got an odd number, 7676, but that's my development NeuroNode's Bluetooth name. The 7676 is embedded in the serial number, which we'll get to. But first, we're going to over-the-air program. So I hit my home button, and I go to NRF Toolkit, and I go to DFU, and of course I select my file. You should already have that. Our update right now is for B01, so I go to my downloads. There it is. Now I select my device, and there's NeuroNode, and I upload, and let's see if we get a good connection on our first time through here.
Hi.
It's starting. We'd like to see a yellow light for the bootloader. That's on, and now the blue light for starting part 1 of 2 of the firmware. And there we are. We're at 100% of part 1 of 2. Now going through the sequence again to get part 2 of 2 in.
You can't quite see the change genes.
Starting bootloader. Here we are connecting again. Okay, and we're uploading part 2 of 2. And done. So the first thing you want to do is you want to see that message, application has successfully loaded. And then in Android, you're going to close the DFU. You don't want it interfering with the next step here. Okay, so back to Bluetooth places. And you see that it's generically put in NeuroNode 0000 now. Okay, now I'm going to try to connect to this. If it fails, I'll just cycle power and start again. Okay, it didn't connect. Again, a bit finicky with the Bluetooth on this device, but I powered up again. I'm going to scan. On a good Android device, you should not have to do that, but here we are scanning and working on our connection. And there we go. So we're paired. Now with the DFU, we don't want to be paired because the application is going to pair to it. But with NRF Connect, which is what we use to poke in our serial number, we have to be paired in our Bluetooth settings. And we are, and we're connected as an input device. As you know, the NeuroNode is considered to be a keyboard, a Bluetooth keyboard with HID codes. So now I'm going to minimize this, and I'm going to go to NRF Connect. And I will go to my bonded devices, and I'll find my NeuroNode there, and I will connect to it. Okay, now I need to go to my unknown service, and I'm going to toggle this top parameter here, the unknown characteristic, and we can go into detail about why that is, but you want this to show notifications enabled here in your dialog box. Okay, now it's time to send commands, and these commands can be saved into your NRF Connect program, and that's the way that I have this. So the serial number string is a lengthy string, and you're going to have to hand code that in. And in my case, let's just start with this. I will edit this serial number. You see what this string looks like. It's an imposing thing. And we'll put together a handout on how this is formed. But essentially, I am going to edit this string. So I come in here and I type and I edit this string and I turn this into the string that is my serial number for this unit. The serial number that we looked at in the about of the NeuroNode application. So you have to make sure you know what that is. Then you have to convert that ASCII into these hex bytes, and then you send it. That's the step one of this. And you see that we've sent this long string. That is the serial number string. But then what I do is I go in here and I send a PIS command. And when I send this, it will come back and it will give me the serial number. Okay, there's my serial number. And now what I do is, it's almost done, but I've got to tell the NeuroNode that I want to save this to non-volatile memory, this serial number. So I do one more command, that's a PIW. Okay. Okay, that tells the NeuroNode to store it away. So now I'm ready to disconnect here. And I still need to do one more thing before I power off the NeuroNode. I have to come in here and I have to go back to my Bluetooth settings. It's really no longer NeuroNode quadruple 0. I come in here and I unpair from this device. I turn off Bluetooth and I'm going to close NRF Connect. Okay. Now I'm going to scrub the NeuroNode and I can use it on any device I want and it will have the serial number that I put in with the new software. And if I turn on Bluetooth here, which is a step we wouldn't ordinarily do, but if I turn it on here and I scan, I would expect at some point to see the new serial number. But first, scratch that. I'm going to stop this. I'm going to do my scrub again just to prove my point. Okay, so Bluetooth is off for a minute here. Oh, get off. There we go. Okay, and I'm scrubbing this device. In the typical fashion. Okay, it's cycling through, it's rebooted, and now I'm going to cycle power again, turn on Bluetooth, and it should find it with the serial number that I punched in with NRF Connect. And there it is. Now it's 0026. And that's the Bluetooth name, but the serial number is built on that. So that's it. Other than knowing what those hex codes are, which will be a separate paper, that's how you over-the-air program a NeuroNode and then punch in the serial number that it originally started with. And you strictly want to keep that same serial number in the device. Thank you.